Welcome back to day five. Big five. Give yourself a high five. Well done on getting it so far. Today we're going to increase the work on the lower back. We're going to increase the strength. We're going to work into the lower back and provide a little bit of strength work for the back, plus a release at the end, which is wonderful. Then we're going to work through some flow, but take a moment once again. Remember the breath. Let's start with the breath. Hand to the belly. And inhale through the nose, starting from the belly. Fill the belly, move up the middle lung, upper chest, and then exhale from the top to the middle to the bottom. Once again, filling the belly like a balloon, middle, upper, and then exhale, upper, middle, lower. Good. Now maintain that flow, maintain that breath as we move through our practice today. It'll give you enough energy, keep you focused, but keep you relaxed at the same time. So let's begin in child's pose today. Take the knees wide. Hips down to heels, or as close as you can. And then the chest lowers down, forehead down to mat. If it's not reaching, possibly putting a hand, stack palm, etc. underneath. Good. Allow that back to lengthen and release. Start warming up the back, but moving from our child's pose through to our cobra. So taking the hands forward. We're going to start sweeping the chest low on across our mat. Extend and reach the chest long. Press down through the feet. Activate the legs and keep reaching with the chest and pressing forward. So elbows stay to the side ribs. And then exhale, we lower the chest. Raise the hips, pressing through the hands. Come back through child's pose. Good. Continue that with the breath. Inhale, coming forward. Scoop the chest. Use the back, not the shoulders. Reach the chest forward. And even try and squeeze the heels of the hands back towards the hips. Exhale, lower the chest, raise the hips. Pressing back. Now if you feel any pain through the cobra, just back it off a little bit, probably go a little bit too deep. Otherwise, inhale. Reaching forward, elbow squeeze by the side ribs. Activate through the feet and reach that chest through. And then exhale, releasing the head down. Good. Take 2 breaths here. Then we're going to bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Press the hands into the mat, almost gripping the mat. Elbows squeeze together. Now from here we want to do the same. We want to activate through the legs. Elbows squeeze back towards the hips. And pull the chest forward. And feel the middle back switch on. Feel it suddenly activate and take over. Moving away from the shoulders into the middle back, much stronger, much bigger muscle group. Good. That's a pose you could strengthen your back with at any time. But go with what works for you and make sure gaze is directly forward. You don't want to put any pressure on the neck. Just 2 more breaths. Slowly release. Come all the way down onto your mat. Turn onto the opposite ear and take 2 breaths here. Let that lower back release and relax. Good. Then we move into a pose we did yesterday, which is our locust pose. Taking the hands long beside the hips, forehead into the center. We start peeling back the shoulders, lifting the chest. Extending through the feet, taking the hands back towards the heels. Reaching with the crown of the head. Possibly even interlacing the hands behind the back. Continue to peel the shoulders back. Whew, you can feel that. Strong through the lower back. Keep extending with the feet, possibly lifting the feet a little bit higher. Hands maybe off the back. Exhale, release. Hands under the forehead. Turning into the opposite ear and take a couple breaths. Good. Then the hands come underneath the shoulders. I'm going to press back through the hands. Once again, elbows stay by the side ribs. Press back up through a tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Let's move to our downward dog. Get a little bit comfortable with our dog today. Rocking out through the heels. Opening through the hamstrings. Let that head go. Don't want to hold any tension in the neck. Good. Bending the knees, gazing between the thumbs. Walk the feet forward. Forward fold. And then we're going to slowly raise up one vertebrae at a time. Bring the hands high, extended mountain pose. And then back through our mountain. Now we've strengthened the lower back. We've used our locus and we used our locus as well as our sphinx, as well as our cobra pose. Create a little bit of flow. So on the inhale, we'll get moving. Take the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge to the hips, soften the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten the back, extend through the crown. Exhale, hands back to mat. Step the feet back into our downward dog. Inhale, slowly bring the chest forward through to high plank. Elbows tuck in, hands externally rotate. We lower all the way down to our mat. Elbows squeeze, we lift up through to our cobra. Pull the chest through. And then press into the hands. Come up through our tabletop, tuck the toes. Downward dog. Keep active through the index finger and the thumb, pressing them down into the mat, pressing the upper body away, hinging at the hips, and lifting the sitting bones. Then we're stepping the right foot forward, inside of the right hand. You may stay up on the back toe or drop down to the knee, your choice. But make sure that toes are in line with the fingers. Stepping the left foot forward into our forward fold. Come up to a halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up. Reaching high. Press the hands together. Come back through center. Good. I'm going to change positions, but you stay exactly where you are at the top of the mat. And work through the opposite side. Inhale, extending high. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips, soften the knees. Inhale, hands to shins. Flatten the back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands back to mat. Stepping both feet back to downward dog. Inhale, come through to high plank. Keep grounding through the hands as we press through the outside shoulders and puff up the upper back. Exhale, lower all the way down, shoulders over fingertips, then lift up through to our cobra. Activate through the feet, pulling the chest forward. Lower the chest, raise the hips, through our tabletop, and then tuck the toes, downward dog. Left leg steps forward, inside of left wrist, into our low lunge. See if we can just lift the chest up off. We don't leave the belly onto the front leg. Lift the chest and the shoulders back up off of the front knee. And then step the right foot forward into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Extend the hands high. And come all the way back down through to the chest. Closing the eyes just for a couple of breaths. Good. And we strengthen the lower back. We're going to begin to release as we get down to the mat. So I normally don't share this with you guys. This is a bonus pose. You won't get anywhere else. Our chair pose. So from here, we'll sweep the hands low. Take the weight into the heels, either bringing the hands together at the chest or extending long. Keep the tailbone long, sitting down into the heels. And making sure you can see your toes in front of your knees, and the knees are lined up over the ankles. Good. From here, come high onto the toes if you dare. And then slowly start sinking down. Hips all the way to heels. Release the hands forward. Sit back onto the heels. And then slowly lower down onto your mat, way into our boat pose. Chest leads, shoulders peel back. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Slowly, slowly through low boat onto your mat. Good. Now bringing the heels up under the hips. Making sure the toes are straight, pointing straight ahead. The outside of your feet are parallel with the outside of your mat. Your knees and your hips are in line. Your knees and your ankles are in line. From here, we begin pressing into the heels, lifting with our quads, and our hips begin to lift. Now at this point, this may be enough. Otherwise, possibly walking the shoulder blades and the shoulder underneath the back. Interlacing the hands, pressing the pinky side of the hands into the mat. Keep gazing directly above. Keep looking straight up. And as we kick into the heels, we find the hips lift slightly higher. Wonderful release for the lower back, wonderful back bend as we work through our bridge pose. Knees continue to squeeze, hip width apart. Good. Staying here for 2 more breaths. Remember that slow breath. In through the nose, fill the belly. Out through the nose. One more time. And exhale. Good. Keeping the hips lifted. Take the hands above you, behind you, onto your mat. And then slowly lower down through the upper back, the middle back, the lower back, and finally the hips. Hands come down by the sides. Feet step out to the edges, side edges of your mat. And just release one knee at a time. Massaging through the lower back, just providing a little bit of release, a little bit of blood flow. Feels good. Excellent. Bring the knees up to the chest. Give them a couple of rotations clockwise, maybe counterclockwise, or even rocking side to side. Beautiful, a little bit of massage. Excellent. Wonderful. Coming back up to seat, whether it be rocking and rolling up, or coming over to your hip, come all the way up to a seated position, and well done. Day 5, done. Good job. You're halfway through. Didn't think you'd get this far? Well, you're here. Well done. It gets easier every single time. I'm sure you're finding out every single time you get onto the mat, it gets a little bit easier. Keep up the good work. You're doing fantastically. Today we worked on the strengthening the back, releasing the back, plus that flow that we got going on. We're going to add to it tomorrow. We're going to add a little bit. We might even revisit that chair pose. I know you guys love that, so we may even revisit that. But otherwise, keep it up. Well done, and look forward to seeing you again on the mat. Take care.